The Boys Season 2 is about to hit Prime Video on September the 4th, and luckily I've been able to have seen episodes 1 through 3. Thank you so much to everyone at Amazon UK. So today I will be talking about episodes 1 through 3. I will not grade any of them, nor will I talk about the season as a whole because I haven't seen it all. And also, there will be no spoilers. So let's get this started, and to all the soups watching, you are bloody cunt. After the events of Season 1, the boys are now on the run from the law, hunted by the Soups, and desperately try to regroup and fight back against Vought in a more intense and insane season, which so far lives up to that hype. The best part of this show so far for me is the dynamic of the group. It's completely different. The boys are scattered. They're not all together. Their morale is very down. They're not sure what to do next. They're trying really their hardest, but they're backed up against a corner. And their relationships are very damaged as well because of the events of the last season, the decision that Butcher made to go after the Soups and Homelander specifically all by himself, and then just leaving Huey to get Mother's Milk and Frenchie out of prison. Starlight herself feels like she's constantly walking on very thin ice. It's like about to break at any moment. Every scene with her is filled with tension. She's secretly trying to help the boys, but then there's someone who's constantly keeping their eye on her. So she has to look out very carefully at each step she takes. By far the most interesting character for me thus far in this season is Homelander. The writers of the show are able to create a very unique type of tension with his storyline. He's very curious about becoming a father to his son. He's genuinely very proud. He genuinely loves this child and wants this child to love him. How he goes about it though is very Homelandery. And Billy Butcher as well. He's my favorite character and I want to keep things about him very brief, but as I've mentioned, he's got a very damaged relationship with the boys, but especially with Huey, and I think that will be the highlight of this season going forward in the next episodes and until the end. But he feels very unhinged now. Now that he's sure that his wife is alive, he feels like he's got nothing left to lose until he finds her. He has everything to gain at this point, so he feels very much like a loose cannon, which he kind of was already in Season 1, but now it's an entirely new level, and Carl Urban relishes in this role. This dude is just awesome. I can't speak in depth about a whole lot more things, but do stay away from anyone else who tries to give you spoilers. The first 3 episodes, each of them have at least one big spoilery moment. One thing that I had an issue with in Season 1, and so far it's been handled well in Season 2, is the hand-to-hand fight sequences. In Season 1, I thought they were really bad, and they were my one issue with that first season, which I love tremendously. In Season 2, we haven't seen a lot of it in the first 3 episodes, but what we have seen is very much more competent. I'm not only happy to see the action that these characters are participating in and understanding the fight sequences, but also seeing that the fight choreographers have their due. They are finally able to shine in this show. The 3rd episode so far is definitely my favorite. I think episode 1 is really great, episode 2 is really great, but episode 3 is when things all around for every single storyline going on kick into high gear. Hold on to your jaws. You don't want to miss on this one, and you do not want to get spoiled. And before we finish off, let's talk about the latest character to join the 7, Stormfront, played by Aya Cash. Aya Cash is amazing in this role, and Stormfront is a damn interesting character. She's extremely complex. She actually comes in and becomes the most friendly character towards Starlight. She's the type of character that doesn't hold anything back. She tells you the truth to your face and you just have to deal with it. And when you hear this character talk and how she goes about things and her mentality, you're like, oh shit, she's kind of right. And that she's a badass on the battlefield as well. As much as she doesn't hold anything back in her words and thoughts, she doesn't hold anything back when in fights. Like, this girl is extremely powerful. There's a lot of friction between her and Homelander because he didn't approve of her being on the team, but then Giancarlo Esposito's character, he brought her to the team and he's kind of fighting for control over Vought with Homelander. They're kind of bickering with each other, so I want to see a whole lot more of that. As far as issues are concerned, and again, I've only seen the first 3 episodes, I'm sure they'll get better. I hope they get better. So far, I think The Deep hasn't done much, besides in episode 2 being the show stealer. The funniest thing I have seen in a long time happens with The Deep and his insecurities, and it's fantastic. And I think Huey, so far, besides enjoying the dynamic that he has with Butcher, I think he whines just a little too much without doing much else. I understand Huey's mentality. I understand his outview on the world at this very moment after the events of Season 2 and what is going on right now and being betrayed by Butcher, who pulled him into all of this in the first place. But I feel like he's not doing anything else in these first 3 episodes. That's really my biggest problem. He has one thing that he does. As I've said, I can't grade this. It would be unfair to just grade the season on 3 episodes, but I will still bring you reviews for every other episode that, again, thanks to Amazon UK, I will still be able to check out before it premieres on the service, and you guys can come on in and enjoy it spoiler free. Let me know how hyped you are about The Boys Season 2. I can't wait to bring you more reviews for each episode each week as I check them out and then talk over with you guys. Did you enjoy Season 1? Were you kind of disappointed? Are you still looking forward to this one despite not liking the first season? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below, and if you have checked out the comic as well. Thank you so much for watching. You are the best. Stay tuned for many more reviews to come this week. I got some big ones, including Tenet and New Mutants. So till the next video, don't forget to stay beautiful, stay geeky, and of course, please do like the video and share and subscribe because it really helps me and the channel out. But most importantly, above everything else, forever and always, love each other and love the movies.